Alright, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Rukus Replays, that's what it is. And I'm Joshua Blaylock.
I'm Shanna Blaylock.
We're Rukus Games, and today we're looking at New Beginnings. The box is up there, you can see it. A little bit, actually you can't see it very well.
Oh, you can't. You can see the bottom half. Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay, and this is the game. So just to let you know, this is a prototype. This game is going to be on Kickstarter eventually, hopefully. And so the rules we're using may actually already be a little out of date, and I'm sure they will change between now and then some, and the components. But these components they're overall pretty nice. The board is modular here, and you get all these little flower tokens, and they all have like a flower on one side and something on the back to tell you what it is. You kind of have to discover them. This is a 4X game, and we're playing a 2-player game. It plays up to 6, and everybody has their own little start areas, and then you choose your little flower that goes in your section. So the way that the game ends is either by all of the spaces around the queen bee that's in the middle here get filled up, or all of the flowers in the entire board are discovered, or one player does not have any bees left. I'm just going to make sure that I got that right. Yeah, any single team has no bees capable of moving. So if you had one, I guess if you had one in here, maybe you can't. I don't think you can get them out once you put them in. So that is basically it. We're going to start. We set this up. She has her bees, and I have mine. These are your starting drones, and then there's a little upgrade track here under each of these special TBs, and you can unlock them, and basically what you're doing is converting one of your drones into a scout, undertaker, nurse, soldier, or forager.
They all have different free actions, right?
Yes, they have a different free action. So there's a number of different actions, and most of these can be done for free by one type of bee. So you have a move action, which allows you to move based on, there's little markings, I don't know if you can see that, on the pieces that say, oh, well, this direction he can move 1 space, this direction you can move 2 spaces.
Oh, yes.
And if you want to rotate your pieces away to make it more like what you want, then that's fine. So when you set them down, you get to rotate them any direction you want to. But after that, it costs a move action to rotate them. So some of these bees have a direction they can't move at all. Sometimes they can jump in certain directions. Sometimes they can only go 1 in certain directions, 2 in other directions. So there's that. Okay, and then there's explore. The explore action allows you to take anything within range. So again, whatever your movement range is, any flowers that are within that range, you can flip them over and see what's underneath of it, including the flower that's directly underneath of you if you haven't discovered it. Forage allows you, if you have found a flower, to, like if one of these flowers is flipped over and there's a flower on the other side, then you can go there and collect nectar from it. For 1 action, you move to it and you collect the piece that's there. Capture is to capture one of your opponent's pieces, and you...
I made use of that last game.
Yeah, so you go, if they're within your range again, you spend 1 action and you take their piece off the board and move where that piece was. The only way that they can get those pieces back is through another action that's a little further down. So dispose, if you find any dead bees, then you can pick them up. Nurture, if you find any... actually, I think nurture is if you have any larvae already that you've collected, and you can then spend that larva, which means it won't be worth... No, nurture is... I believe nurture is actually to take them. So I'll have to look that up, because I know that there's... You have to take the larva and put it here, and those larvae are worth something when they're here. But then you can also, when you have a larva here, and I think maybe it's not an action, you can flip it upside down so it's not worth the points to you anymore, I believe. And then you can take a bee that's dead, either that died on your side or one that your opponent has captured, and you can place them back on the board. Sting is to, if you find a wasp, then you can sting that wasp, and your bee will die, but the wasp will die as well, because if you can't move over a wasp, and if you land on a wasp, then your bee dies. And then stash is if you find honey, then you can collect that. Stash costs 3 actions. Sting does not cost... Looks like it doesn't... Maybe doesn't cost an action? I'll have to check that out. In nature...
Because your bee dies.
Nurture, which is to take the larva, costs 2 actions. Every flower that you collect for nectar off of here is worth 2 victory points, and it goes on this little track here and helps you to unlock these things. And then eventually, once someone has filled up this row here, the queen row, once you've filled up this row with these flowers, which you fill them up once you unlock things, then you are able to move into this section and start trying to get next to the bee. Capturing an opponent.
Queen bee.
An opponent's captured character is worth 4 points. A dead bee that you remove from the board is worth 4 points. Any larvae that you've collected but haven't used are worth 6 points. Wasps are worth 8, and any honey that you collect is worth 10. You also get 14 points for every drone that's adjacent to the bee at the end of the game, and any other drones that are in this area but not adjacent to the bee are worth 8 points apiece. So, that is it. She's already selected her goal card. I'm gonna show these to the camera. Don't look at the camera.
Oh, I can't even read it. It's too small. Okay, I'm not looking.
So those are the 2 goals. I have to choose between these 2, and these will be worth extra points at the end of the game.
Don't look.
Let's see about doing this one. This one looks fun and kind of challenging.
We shall see what we shall see.
I chose this one.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep looking when you didn't care. Okay. I'm not trying to cheat. I didn't see anything.
My cheating wife? No.
But if that's the only way I cheat, then I guess it's not too bad.
Yeah. So there's a little action marker thing, which is helpful whenever you start doing actions that take a while for you to keep track of how many actions you've got left. It's really nice. It's one of the better. A lot of games don't let you keep track of that.
How many move actions do you have in a turn?
It's 3. So okay. This 3, 2, 1. You start out with 3. Once you use 1, it goes down to 2, etc.
Right.
So,
right.
But again, the explore action, which is flipping these over, the move action, and the rotate action are ones that can't necessarily be done for... Well, no, the explore action can be done for free by someone. So the scout can explore for free. The drones can move... So there's portals, and you can move around. The drones can move from one portal to another for free. When you land on a portal, you can immediately...
All the rest of these have to pay?
Portal. All the rest of them have to pay to move through the portals. The Undertaker can can collect bees, dead bees for free. The nurse can collect larvae for free, which is a huge deal because they cost 2 actions. Plus, she can jump.
They cost
in
2
any
actions
direction.
to take the. Okay.
To take the larva. And she can jump in every direction, so she has the best movement option as well. The soldier can capture for free, and the forager can collect nectar for free. And okay, so the last thing we need to do before we actually start is you select any 2 flowers on the board and flip them over. Generally, you probably want it to be something that you'll be able to get to on your first turn or something like that.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and more or less do... Wait, I can't get to that.
Wait. I forgot. Weren't we supposed to be able to turn these how we wanted to start? Or do they have to stay in a random order?
Oh, yes. You can turn them any direction that you want to turn them, which actually makes a huge difference. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this one this way. And I'll flip this one this way. Oh, 2 dead bees. But hey, it's only 1 action to dispose of them, and they're worth 4.
Can we go out this way?
You cannot go off of the board.
Okay. So this one has to come down this way and then out through there.
No, so you can jump over your own walls. You can walk through your own walls. You just can't jump over or walk through any walls of any other color. Jumping allows you can jump if you have the jump action, which is not on any of those, but any of them that have an arrow. The arrow will be on the second space, and that means you can jump over the first space onto the second space. And at that point, you can jump over anything that you can't move through except walls. You can't jump over walls either. But that would be dead bees, wasps, other players' bees. Those 3 things are obstacles that you can't move through with a normal movement, but you can jump over them. So.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes. Okay. So you can go ahead and go first.
All right. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I would just click both of those, right?
It's not 3 actions. So you can do what is it called? You can do the forage action for a single action, and look, your range is 2, so yes. It's 2 spaces away.
1. Okay.
So 1 to jump there and collect this.
Okay.
Almost all of the actions include movement.
Can I make that a scout now? Right.
So you immediately, as soon as you, so these 2 on the end only take 1 nectar to unlock them. So and then you immediately replace any bee that you have with that bee.
Okay.
And then rotate it any direction you want to.
To start. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was 1 action?
Yes, and that was 1 action. So what you'll do is you'll now take that nectar.
Where's this go? Down here, right? Right here?
Yeah, in your drone, where it says drone.
Okay.
Take that nectar and put it up on your queen trap.
Oh, because I used it.
Yes,
okay.
Because you used it.
All right.
Okay, so that's your first action. So.
And then if I want to explore, it's free for this one. Even though it costs 1 here.
Yes.
For this one, it's free,
so you can explore everything within your range, basically.
Not this one.
No, because it's not straight from you.
Touching, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Well, you can explore this one, and you can explore that one because they're both within your range.
2. So this one I can explore here then.
Yes, you can explore that one.
Okay, because that's a 2 movement spot.
Yeah. So the scouts are great because all the free actions, you can complete as many of that action as you want to for free. So the scouts really just kind of reveal everything that's near them. But now to go ahead and collect any of that, then you have to spend the appropriate action.
Okay, so now I can go again?
Yes, because you still have 2 actions left.
2 actions left. So if I moved here, that's 1 action, right?
Yeah. Yes. That's the dispose action. So now those just go up here.
Okay. And I can explore again.
Yeah. Explore some more. Oops. It's within of the valid ranges for you right now. It's within 2 spaces.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I can take this
so you
one.
can explore that one and that one.
This one and this one.
Did you know that?
Oh yeah, I already flipped it. Sorry, I got a little overzealous there. And then I have one more action. I'm thinking. I guess I'll just come over here, so I get 2, and collect this.
Okay, yeah. So I think that's your third.
Yeah, that's my third. So I wouldn't be able to explore after that, even though it's a free action, or would I?
I don't know. It doesn't. I don't think it like says. Let's see. You have 3 addition free actions you have available depending on types. It looks like you can still spend your free actions after your 3.
So that would be 1. That's already taken care of. That one would be 1. That. I feel like that was a very eventful turn. All right.
Yeah. Well, I'm not quite as lucky as you. I still haven't found anything like that, but I will go ahead and move this one, and let me check real quickly. So the explore action is for just one thing. I really need to get my scout out here so that I can start. There we go. So next turn I'll be able to get my scout out onto the board. Okay, so that's 3 actions for me.
Okay. Obviously, you can't land where another bee is, correct?
Where's
another bee?
Bee. Yeah, you can't land on or
usually
move.
that's the case, but I was just checking.
Can't land on or move through bees, wasps, or other players' bees.
All right, so I'm gonna go here and dispose of that, and then I'm gonna do my free explore action. So that would have been okay. So that's 1, and then
Oh, it's interesting. So the scout can't move. Your scout can't move that direction, and can't explore that direction either.
Okay, so that's my second move, which I'm going to stick this here. And
oh wow, you've got a lot of larvae around you.
And I'll do my third move here.
Okay.
So that would have been 1, 2. And then now, if I want to use this or take this off, can I do this now or no?
Yeah, you'd immediately do that.
And then I would put 1 here, and then the rest of them.
No, they all go up there.
Oh, they all go up here. Okay. And then.
So you've almost
this little guy is gonna go here.
Okay, and then put that in your drone pile. Oh, you're placed your scout?
Mm-hmm.
No, so.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
oh, can I not do that?
No, I you might be able to. Let me see.
I can put it back.
Immediately resolves by replacing any one of their drones.
Okay, so I need.
So you can't.
And that's fine. But my only issue is I'm not sure which way I was. No, this was facing this way.
Yeah, because you haven't done a rotate.
Okay, and then I will replace this dude then. Yeah, it's fine. And then I'll put him down there. All right.
Yeah, other bees, dead bees, wasps. So you can't move, you can't stand on your own or move through your own bees either. Okay. So I'm gonna take this guy up here for my first action. And use this to unlock the scout, which will go right here where that guy was. And now I'll go ahead and use the scout's special ability here to discover some stuff.
This one.
Oh, yes. Ah, yes. Yes.
See, I can also be helpful.
So, look at that. There are 2 wasps, right? I'm not. Everything is just not. It's just not right now.
I hear you.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this nectar here, and you know what? I'm gonna unlock my second scout.
Probably a good idea.
Place him.
And then immediately
This
uncover.
These 2 and these 2. Okay, so that was with my second action, and then so it takes 3 to get honey, but I can go ahead and grab this dead bee over
What do you
here.
mean it takes 3 to get honey?
It takes 3 actions to collect these honey things.
Oh,
so that's your whole.
yes,
Takes your whole turn to collect those.
Yes, I hear you.
And nobody gets to do that for free. I can't discover that one because that's the direction he's not allowed to do anything in. And this is seriously annoying.
And honey's worth 3,
wasps.
but killing one of your own gives you 8 victory. Oh, yeah. Honey gives you 10, so that's actually pretty good. And you don't have to kill somebody for it. All right, so I'm gonna go. It's my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It is your turn.
So I'm gonna go this way, and then for one action, I do this with the. Oh no, that's not the nurse. I have it in my head still that that's the nurse. Okay, so I can go.
Doesn't require action points to sting the wasps.
1,
That's correct.
2, to grab this. Probably pull out my sacred scout, and then
Okay. So you should.
So that's 1.
You immediately.
1.
Immediately upgrade that.
Oh, okay.
Something to the scout, and it can be something in there.
Well, I don't want to do that immediately, so maybe I'll work towards something else. Undertaker takes the dead bees for free. Oh, we're taking most of my dead bees.
Well, I mean, there
The
could be
soldier
dead bees
does
anywhere.
do the wasp. Does it do anything?
No, soldier is just you against other players.
All right, that's fine. I'll just do this and immediately take my scout out.
I'm gonna give the scout out to.
I'm gonna go. Where's my scouts over there? I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
Okay, and so that was 1, and then I'm gonna go. And so this is normally 2, so now it's 1.
No, it's free.
It's free.
Yeah.
But moving there, doesn't that cost? The movement there doesn't cost, right?
No. I mean, it's
So I can just
within
do
range.
this and
Let
this.
me check real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, it says for free.
So, and I can do it multiple times?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
can
so
go
you can just collect all
here,
those.
here, like that?
Yeah.
What? That's so crazy. All right. And that wasn't a move then?
That is correct. It was not an action.
1, 2.
Now,
Oh,
if
I
you
won't
discover
know.
something under you,
Yeah, could be bad.
also you can't move 2 spaces there. It's only 1, but you can move 1 space.
Actually,
and then
I just moved
discover
him.
it for
I moved
free.
him back. He was here.
Okay. I mean, you can just look at it for free because it's a scout.
Oh, that's right. I can flip this over. Okay. So I'll move the 2. Oops. And spend 1 action for that. And then for free. And that one's right there. Okay. So that, and then they can't get right over there.
No. He can move 1 space for your last action and then collect it for free. Now that you move that scout out of the way.
I can move here, and he could collect 1 where he's not even there.
Yeah, it's in range.
Oh, that's right, because he's in range. So I still use that action, but now I'm collecting it. Okay. All right. So, yes, and then now that's to 0.
Yeah. So this is... I like in this game that there's this whole... Like, there's a lot that you can do, and almost every action is free for somebody. So you're trying to figure out, like, okay, well, what do I want to upgrade? Because what do I want to be focused on? And how do I get these people around to where I can get the most actions out of my turn?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just I got 3 actions and then I just do them,
Yeah, you have to pick. You have to strategize so that you can maximize your turn. Yes.
Yeah. So, and the nurses are so expensive. I didn't realize this was in range and I hadn't done that. So, I'm going to use my first action to take this nectar here. And
so you would take these and show that one, right?
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do next. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and use that to get myself a forager.
All right. What was the forager get to?
The forager gets to collect the flowers for free.
Oh, and actually, that's kind of useful.
That's what I need. And that's my first action. So I'm going to go ahead and use my forager to collect this flower and then come up here and collect this flower.
I like that one.
So.
Okay.
So I just collected 2 flowers for free.
For free?
For free. I really should actually. I'm going to go ahead and use these to unlock an Undertaker because I could use an Undertaker because there's a lot of bees, dead bees around here. Okay, so I've got the jump. So the Undertaker is interesting because he moves 1 space or he jumps. So in whatever directions. So
isn't that what these do too then?
And no, they can move 1 space or jump in any direction. This one can jump in 2 directions or move 1 space in another. So you can't move 1 space in the directions that you jump.
No, that's fine.
So I'm trying to figure out what's that bee is 3 spaces away. So I like this. I think this is the best way to go, even though it's going to put him a little further away. Because then I can get to him and get to him immediately. So I'm going to place this guy, put him there. Okay. And I've still only done 1 action. That's good. So I'll go ahead and do 2, 3, and then he can do some free actions. And collect some more bees. And then that's it. That's the end of the
Okay. I'm going to go...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing these free.
So I can't cross the sky without dying, correct?
Somehow we got one of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab. This is the one I was like, oh, there's an extra pieces. Yes, there were 5 left over. So 4. Okay, so wasp. I need someone who can kill wasps for free.
They give you a nice, good amount of victory points.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so I can't go this way. I have to like go this way and then over, right? So
right, yeah,
like,
you can't move through that. And you can't move through your own beat either.
Dude, I gotta move him. Gotta move his booty. I could go.
Oh, no, but he can jump. So he can jump over his own beat. He can jump over that wasp, too.
Yeah, but if he jumps, he still can't get over there.
But he can jump over the wasp.
Oh, he can jump over the wasp?
Yes. Because it is a jump. He can go through the wall.
Jump. I have to.
You don't have to discover it. No.
Okay.
No, you have to do an action to discover it.
Okay, and then I can just take
And
that.
then you can just take
So that was one move.
Yeah.
That was one. And. Oh, wait. Okay, and then. I'm actually going to go here. Take this.
Okay.
Discover these. Discover these.
Okay.
And put this here. So does this go down here now? Does it just stay there?
No, you just like put it off to the side. Or,
okay.
Or whatever.
I'm going to take a forager.
Okay.
Foragers, you said collect the flowers for free?
Yes.
So, okay. So that was my second move, right? When I took that flower.
Yeah.
And then now, if I move my forager 2, that's a free action? Because I take this.
That is correct, yes.
Okay, and then that's free, and then that's free. I like that. And then,
Nurse, you could do an undertaker.
the thing is that I don't know yet what is needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can just.
Let's do another forager. Put this dude here. And then I got 2 more. I'll do a soldier. And just put him. Put him here. Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right, I am going to. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh, okay, there you go. The honeys are 10. But they take all 3 of your actions. It's bollocks. Okay, so I'm gonna take. Man, there's a wasp there. Okay.
Are we spraying now?
I'm gonna take this guy for 2 actions.
Wow, that's a lot of actions.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
It is. And then I'm going to take 1 action to go ahead and take this dead bee right there.
Dead bee?
Yeah. Dead bee.
Okay. I have a couple of things I could do. I think what I'm going to do is move this guy too. So that's right there. And because this is facing this way, I can turn that over. So now I'm going to give me a clear back and I can turn this one over. Okay. And I can. So that was one. There we go. 1, 2. And then this would be 3. And then you say that once you turn it whichever way you want it to be, or how's that work?
When you go through the portal?
Yeah.
Tunnels. Onto another exposed tunnel. Drones do not have to spend second action. When exiting a tunnel, a bee may change its rotation to face any direction.
Okay. I'm gonna change it to go. Actually, I really don't need it to face that way. Because actually. Oh, that's fine. Oh, I'm gonna turn it that way. And I'm gonna go. That was my third action, but now I can pick these up, yes?
Yeah.
So I go like that.
Okay.
And I guess I'll pick up another nurse. I mean, why not?
Well.
I'll see how it is.
I'll use that to get me another forager. Oh, no. Okay, this guy. Not this guy.
You're really kind of in my way.
That's great because I can now use this guy to go there and there. And just trying to think of what would be her third action. Go ahead and come up here. For 3. Okay.
None of my other pieces can capture you except the soldier.
All your pieces capture me. Takes an action to do it with anyone except the soldier.
So I could go 1, 2, and then 1 and capture you?
Yeah, no, that would be 2 actions. Just.
And then where's he go? Down here?
Yeah.
Okay. That was 2. 1, 2. So, oh crap, I'm there, so I can't do nothing. Question.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I explore this with this guy, I don't get to move there? If I explore this with this guy, I don't get to move there? I wouldn't move on.
Correct, yes. If
That's
you
what I thought.
explore, you won't be able to.
I'm trying to get these guys this direction. But I'm really getting in the way of each other. Can I move to one of these spaces without going through it?
What?
Can I move to one of these spaces without going through it? Can I sit on it?
Right, but where were you?
Here.
You can't move over your own bee. Or through
Okay,
your
that's
own
right.
bee.
That'd be jumping. Okay. Alright, then I'll just do this turn. Yeah, I think so. Great.
Okay.
Water's gone.
All your water is gone. Ready to go. Okay, so I'm gonna go. One, two, and then I'm gonna sting this wasp right here.
You have wasp over by you. Why are you trying to come over here by me?
Because I want to sting your wasp.
Why?
Because
Why?
I feel like it. That's all I can say.
I mean, you cleared my area. I appreciate it, but I mean, why? All right, so I'm gonna go 2 and uncover these 2. So that was one action. I don't fully use this. I need to use this more. That was 1. Okay, and 2. I feel like I should be guarding that area because of you. Wait a minute. Did I grab a flower at all that turn? And when I grabbed all these flowers, what did I do with them? Did I buy the nurse? Is that what I did?
I don't know.
2. Three. Just trying to get all my bees out. It's probably a good strategy. Let's see.
One. Probably unlock my nurse. Here. She will be here. cover everything within these ranges. That is insane. I am surrounded by these things. To grab this. I think you have an idea of what's about to happen. And
Oh.
to
What? So what's the benefit of the soldier?
gets captured for free. Doesn't cost an action.
Oh, okay. I don't like you right now. One, two.
Oh, I love it. I don't know if that's any different than what you could just do on your own right now.
And three. Right?
No.
No.
You can't move through the portal for free.
You can't. I said three. As a third
Yeah,
action.
it costs an action to move through it.
Oh.
One to move on it and one to move through it.
Can one of your guys pop up on me from here?
No, I actually can't get into the portal while you're
I
there.
was this way.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay. One, two.
Can you go over there?
Think of what I want to do right now. Three.
I'm gonna go. Let's see. Where would it be most? I'll just leave it like that.
It's one. Not that one.
I'm at the one. Okay. Do I have to just go these if I don't want to?
Hey, you don't have to. No. It's just a free.
I'm not sure if I do or not. It's fine. I'll go ahead and discover it just because I don't feel like it. That was one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can go 2, 3, and then for my free move, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Where were you?
I was here. So I paid my last 2 to do that.
You can't jump over that orange.
Oh. Not that name. Alright, hold on. Sorry. So I could have gone 1, 2, and then 3. And not pick up this one. Right?
That was 2, 3, but yeah.
1,
2, 3.
2. Oh, yeah. 2, 3, and then go through that.
And then go through that, yeah.
And do another soldier. And an undertaker. No, No. I don't know if I actually want an undertaker right now. They don't move very far. I'll just take a soldier to start. So what happens if I don't want to use these to take something else? Then what do I do with them? Just put them in?
Then yeah, you can just put them up there. So.
Actually, an undertaker could be useful for jumping over these, right?
No, you can't jump over walls.
Oh, well then, okay. I don't care right now.
Okay, so one, two, three.
Oh, I don't like you.
And with this, I can finish this guy off. Put this one. Not that it matters what direction I rotate that one. All right. And that is the end of mine.
Okay. One.
Which way is this turn? This way?
I don't know if it was this way or this way. I'll let you decide because I don't know. It's true. Two, three.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and this guy's gonna go this way. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, yes. So, take those two. And I can't do anything else for free. From anybody here? No. No. Okay. That's it.
One, two, three.
Okay, she's moving in to the thing. One. Take that. For free. No. Let's get this here. Two.
Mm-hmm.
Three.
Do I get some benefit if I have more here at the end?
Have you have more where?
Here.
It's 14 points for each one that you have there.
Oh, okay. So 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Just trying to think of what this stuff is. I'm gonna go.
One.
Not happy with that option. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, come here, grab this.
Why don't you try to capture me?
Because I was in the third. Oh, I guess I could have captured you instead of moving the.
You could have captured me and then taken it for free.
Yeah. If you'll allow me to go back, I'll do it. But if you don't want me to, it's fine.
No.
I know you don't.
If you had thought of it after the fact, I would have allowed you to.
Yeah, no.
And
It's fine.
if the thing you were going to do didn't negatively affect me, I still would have allowed you to, even after I brought it up. But
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to let you just take me just because. Okay, I'm going to go here.
Alright.
That's that for that.
Okay. I am going to.
It's so cute how you asked them. You let me go back and do that?
If you let me, I'll do it. But if you don't want me to, it's fine.
I love you so much. Yeah, go back and capture me.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually do the same thing. Yeah. You grab one of these honeys. You need to have a honey.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Alright. I'm going to do a thing right here, right now. 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna go 1. I'm already at the 1 spot. All right, so this guy can move through here for free, right?
He can. You move onto it, and then he can move to any other one once he's on there for free.
Okay. So I can go. So I move to it, and that costs 1, right? Because I'm here. If I move to it, is that free, or does it cost?
Move to it costs. Moving through it doesn't.
So that's 1. Two. So that will be 2, and then 3. Okay, bees.
Can make the index's free temporary. Bees may enter it using the will. At the end of the game, qualified team. I'm not sure that it necessarily says that you can't capture in the queen's chamber.
I don't think that sounds right.
But it wouldn't make sense to me that you would do it.
It doesn't make sense to me that you can, because you can't move your guys inside the chamber. Once they're in there, they're in there. Then it just becomes a numbers game of who has more. Well, maybe not. Maybe not, because oh.
All right.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Go, Josh. Go, Josh. What you gonna do?
I'm just trying to think of different scenarios here that could work. Like a 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. You could try doing something else. Just trying to. You know, I'm not going to make it over there. It's entirely up to you. If you feel like me getting another turn is worth you having another turn.
2, 3, and then take. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go 1. Actually, I think
If you kill him, then you're gonna die as well.
Yeah, I know. But I think the action's free, right?
Yeah, the action is free.
So that was.
Oh, the action is free. I think last time that I killed a wasp, I actually used an action to get it. Oh well. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Now, when you turn yourself, does it turn yourself any direction, any number of times, just one action, or is it?
The rotate action.
Yeah,
Let's see.
or is it just rotate 1?
Rotate. With 1 action point, a single bee can rotate to face any direction.
Okay. So I can go 1, 2, and then do this for.
Oh, stung another wasp. Okay.
And so it's 2.
So I was gonna sting that wasp, but then I realized.
I'm not done.
Oh. Oh, I thought you did. 1, 2, and free. Okay, that's what you said. 1, 2, free.
Yes, free. It's free. I'm not going to do anything else for free. I'll just move this
Really,
way.
one more wasp. I mean, one more bee.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. So I'm gonna do the 1, 2, 3 here, but then I also get a free action mechanism here.
How come you can move over?
Because it's a nurse.
Oh, because it's 2. Because you can move 2.
Okay. Okay. So that was my turn.
You do know you're not getting in there.
I know. I just realized that you're doing that. But that's 8 and 6. It's 14. It's the same for this.
Okay. So I'm gonna go 1.
Or actually, it's 10 and 6. It's 16, so it's more than I'm gonna.
2, and then
3.
That wouldn't be 3, but I lost my life, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
And you can't move anything.
Yeah, so it don't matter.
Wow, that's interesting. You actually sacrifice yourself to end the game rather than.
Well, I had plans all along to get rid of the wasp, but I had decided early on that it just wouldn't be beneficial to do that in the game.
Yeah, I was
gonna see how this played out.
I was working on how I could do that as well. But yeah, that was 16 points. So it was still more beneficial actually than it would have been to do the other. So okay.
Okay.
All right. So flip your thing over.
I think I made my objective.
Is it having more?
Larva.
More larvae? I have 4. Do you have 5?
Yep.
All right. So,
what was yours?
Mine was
a
sets of all of them, which is actually why I came over there and started taking your stuff. So because it was almost all gone. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
So scoring.
So if I had one that was like take all of one kind, then yours and mine would have been against each other. All right.
Yeah. So,
I have to use the restroom, but you can keep scoring without me.
Oh, I actually had 5, but I think tying for most is still most. I'm going to have at least 2 of everything. Because 2 is what I have the least for sure. Okay, so I have checking. So there's a pink one. There's a pink and white one. There's the other of hers, and there's the other one.
Okay.
So I have 2. I have 2 full sets. All right. So I guess go ahead and count your points up.
Okay, so
let's count yours up.
So 2 for flowers, right? 2 each for flowers.
So
do I count these here?
Flower, yeah. Okay, any flowers you have.
$17 times 2.
34.
34. Do the math, please. All right. So 34. Let me have a pencil right now. Or the capture. Oh, I get 4 pieces for the captures. So 34 plus 8.
Okay.
42, right?
Yeah.
All right. And dispose. All right. 4 each, so that's 12. And 6 a piece for these, so 5, so 30. And 24 for the dead wasp for my heroic deeds. And I got 1 for the stash of honey.
Okay, and then captures are worth 2 each.
That's what I did.
Oh, you already counted those. Okay.
Wait, captures are 4 each.
Or 4 each. Did
Yeah.
you do those?
Yeah. Do I need to count all these again? Because now I'm not sure you got my numbers.
34, 8, 12, 30, 24, 10.
34,
8, 12.
8 was the capture.
Yeah. I got 6 numbers, so you got 6 numbers.
Okay, that's good then.
Okay.
So what I get?
So then we have
118.
drones adjacent to the queen.
Drones.
And other drones in this area.
So I got 4 times 14.
4 times 14 is 40, 56. 174.
Sweet. All right. Your turn. What'd you get?
Okay, so for me, again, it's the forage, it's these things. I got 17 as well.
Okay.
It's not 17, it's 34.
Oh, I'm sorry. I promise I'm not trying to cheat. Okay. 34.
Plus.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then capture.
Well, 2, that's 8.
Dispose. 30. Because I got 5. Or I have 6 of them.
Okay, so plus 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, dispose. Nerd. Oh, I was thinking of the wrong thing. I have 5 of the. Let's start over.
Start over because you calculated it wrong. So 30.
Yeah, so 34.
Oh crap! 34 plus. Try to give you a lower number.
34 plus 8. Plus, this is 4 times 6 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30.
Mm-hmm.
And then stings, I have 1 of these, so 8. And then I have 2 of these, so 20. And then I have 14 and 8.
You get 8 for that?
Yes.
146.
146. So you got 174, I got 146. I got 2 sets, so 12.
Oh, I didn't add
more
this.
For mine, and you get 10 more for yours.
So mine's 86. 186.
So 186 to 158.
656.
1, 2, 3, 4,
656.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So I was at 58. Doesn't
No,
matter.
I got 12.
Oh, 12. Okay. Sorry. Plus 2. 158. Yes.
158.
Cool beans.
All right, so you.
Cool beans.
You destroyed me as I expected.
I like that there are multiple paths to victory.
Yeah.
And how you can capitalize on using certain bees. And you really need to go by not a specific strategy per each game, but considering what is around you, how to use that. You know, like I need to go for this first because I have more of this. And so you can't just rely on the same strategy every time because depending on how things are laid out, your movement can be different.
Yeah, I really like that. I like that. I love the way you ended the game. Actually, I thought that was really awesome.
Kamikaze.
And just this whole I could have taken him in there and ended it before you got a chance, and you wouldn't have gotten
an extra 24 points.
You wouldn't have gotten 8 points.
No, I had 3 dead wasps. I got 24 points.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm talking about that very last move. Before you got your 8.
See, because you have to make sure that every move that you're getting as much, which isn't worth the risk. You have to be getting more than me to make it worth it.
Right, so the move in there would have been worth 6 points for me. But what I did instead was get 16 points. Because this guy was worth 8, he'd have been worth 14.
But then you can't just think about that. You have to think about by not moving what you're giving me versus what you're getting. Not just what you're getting if you look in there, but what I'm getting as well.
But Yeah, so I gained 10 points by not moving in there the last time, but you gained 8. So technically, it only put me closer to you
You
by
were
2.
there before I started killing myself with wasps. I killed
Yes,
3 wasps and gained
24
24.
points.
What did you gain in
But
those last 3
I
turns
I gained
before you?
I
Yeah.
gained both of these.
Okay, and then those are worth. Those are worth 10? Okay, so you got 20.
I gained one of these.
26. Okay, so you did make more than
I
me.
gained one of these.
26, 27, 23. So you gained 30. So you.
I think I gained one of these.
You bridged the gap a little bit between our scores.
Right.
Yeah.
So I definitely got myself closer to you while that was happening, but
yeah. So it wasn't a bad move.
But I wasn't thinking necessarily about what that was. I just knew that that I would get some opportunities. Oh, the other thing is I also this. If I had done that, I don't think I would have had 2 of these, which means there's also at least 6, maybe even all 12 points.
It's very
for my bonus.
I didn't realize this about this design, but it's actually very important that they allow bees to die in this game as another way of ending the game, because I might be getting the benefit of these points by sitting in here, but you have the benefit of having all of these to do something with. And when mine are in here, I'm going to have less out here than you. So I'm not going to have the benefit of having multiple places of being that are. The chances of where I am being more beneficial to me is not very good because I have less. And I mean, it may be that where I am is more beneficial, but that's circumstantial. Chances are where you are is more beneficial. So the fact that I can, as a strategy, kill myself so that I can end the game is a good strategy. And it's good that that's left in there as a way of ending the game. There's more than one way of ending the game.
Yeah. What is the other way? Oh yeah, discovering. See, I really thought that we were going to go for the flower thing. Because there's only a few flowers left, and technically, that it would have been a valid way, but it kind of gets to the point where they're.
I got to a point in the game when I realized that I was doing pretty well.
Yeah.
First half of the game, and that you were doing better the second half of the game, and that it would be to my advantage to try to end the game. You want to end the game on a high note, just like with poker. You want to walk away, and then you have all the chips.
Yeah, and I think a lot of my strategy was a little more geared towards the end. And one of the main reasons is actually because of these wasps. They were all over the place over here. And I didn't really want to go for the honey because that takes your whole turn, and I wanted to be able to maximize all the things that I could do, even though technically going for a honey, getting these honeys probably would have been worth more than some of the turns that I took instead. But
you got greedy.
And killing the wasp, I started trying to work on something to go towards them, but I actually moved one over here to kill a wasp, and then I was like, well, actually, I could do something else with that guy. I think I upgraded him and then started doing something else with it. So it was a goal I had, but I only wound up actually killing one by the end of the game. So
there's a lot that you can do with strategy, and I also like that, just like with pretty much any other 4X game, you have to change your strategy as you go, not just by how the board is laid out and where you are, but also by how your opponent is playing. You have to change your strategy as you play, because what they're doing is affecting what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's in the spirit of every 4X game.
Yeah. And
so once I start ending the game, you start changing your strategy. You know what I mean?
I will say the first time that we played this, and I think it's the learning curve. The learning curve kind of got me a little bit, and I was not really sure how I felt about it. But playing it, understanding the game, not having to look at the rules quite a bit. There are a couple of rules that I think were still a little bit confusing, but I really enjoyed it this time. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And I'm surprised. And it's good. It's what's nice is that it is an easier to understand game than most 4Xs are. It plays very well with 2 players, which I don't feel most 4Xs do.
Oh yeah, and I could see this game. Well, I think this game would play really well with more people.
Yeah, well,
I can see this being a game you take to the game group.
Yeah, the only thing I have with that potentially is downtime, because downtime it was actually can get really
Well, it
high.
can when you're maximizing on your free movements.
And it's like in the early mid game. In the end game, downtime was really low because there's fewer free movements to do, and I think there's more of a flow of.
I just don't know of many 4X games that don't have downtime though.
Yeah,
that's pretty much
true.
Just how 4X games are.
I think compared to a lot of 4X games, the downtime is not high compared to your average 4X game, and may actually be even low compared to that. So because I know whenever we play 6-player 4X games, usually this is like an all-day event, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think that this one would take all day with 6 players. I think it would. We've probably been playing for a little over an hour with 6
I think
players.
6 players, what, like 2 hours?
Two to 3, maybe 3 hours. But
I don't know about that. You know why? Because even though they're going to take longer on their turns, they're going to use up the resources quicker. So
yeah.
I think,
that's true. So you'll get fewer turns.
It might even be an hour and a half. It might still even be like an hour and a half long game. You're just not going to make as many moves by yourself.
Well, I imagine with 6 players, you're looking a lot more towards the ending the game by discovering all the flowers thing. Because even with
30 to 90 minutes, so they think it's not going to take more than.
Yeah, I really didn't think about that. I think technically we could have ended this game a lot earlier.
I really like
because
games.
It's really early whenever you get the ability to come in here, and you could just jump in there.
I like games that you get to determine the end of the game.
Yeah.
Where you decide if it ends early or later, based on the choices that you make. So having just like having multiple paths to victory, having multiple paths to ending the game is great because it offers more strategy, and just having that level of control is nice. I can't think of the other reason, but I feel like there's another reason other than just being able to strategize and control the board. Having control over the end, I mean, like, I don't know, maybe you're done playing.
Well, I mean,
it's just feeling like you're in control of when it ends. I love games that do that.
Well, the other advantage to multiple paths of victory, especially like with something like this, is it's the like the luck element, and if you feel like a certain path that you wanted to take isn't working out for you, then
there's another path.
You have that option to
invent another path.
Yeah, change the direction that you're going. And if you get behind, it's not just you controlling what path you're going to end the game with, but it's also you watching. Well, I mean, if somebody else is going for all of the flowers, then maybe you want to choose some other way to do things. You know, something that someone else is neglecting.
Or
may
just
be
start
the best way
capturing
for
that
you
person because they're messing up
or
way of doing things.
Or you jumping into the middle real quick while I'm still focused on trying to get.
While you're spread out.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all of these. I got a lot of people out on the edge.
Especially if you position yourself in such a way that you could run into the middle, but you're not there yet, so people don't realize it. And so you get yourself positioned around it, and then all of a sudden you start moving in, and people are like, oh, wait, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's really it. I definitely really enjoy it. I actually look forward to seeing what it'll look like in the end. Hopefully, that get it on Kickstarter and have like
a good
full
Kickstarter
version.
We have bought some flops on Kickstarter, and I would say this is not a flop. So we've had to get wise about being more particular about the type of games we buy and paying attention to who they're from. and it's kind of difficult because with a Kickstarter, you're really taking your chance on um, something new and different, and so there's not always a lot of research out there for whether or not what you're getting is going to be good or not, because sometimes they don't have other products that they've done. But it's good to support people when they're taking that leap of faith. Um, and it's kind of cool to be the first to discover something and all that.
Yeah.
But to have video like this, you know, that you can watch and you can see
Yeah.
how it's played and what other people think of it and the intricacies of strategy and all that. You know,
Yeah.
it's good.
And I'm interested to see. I like the iconography a lot.
What does that mean?
The just the icons, the things that they use to symbolize.
Oh yeah,
all the stuff.
I do too. I especially like the where'd it go? There's one flower. This one. That's so cute. I
Yeah.
love these, and it looks so cute as little like geometric shaped flowers. Like it looks like a flower, but you can see the sharp edges. And I like that about it.
But
So I don't know what of all this artwork they're gonna keep.
right, the board is still kind of abstract looking a little bit. I mean, it's functional, it makes sense. But I would love to see this with like some really beautiful artwork everywhere.
Yeah.
I think
I don't
that
think
this
they
could
need to
be
do much to change like the bees or the flowers.
Yeah,
per
the
se.
flowers are
If
great.
they added maybe even just like a little bit of texture to this green behind here for the grass, I think that would add something extra. But I don't think they really need to change so much any of the shapes for what they have here. Just the just like what he was saying, just the background would be a nice added touch.
Because I think that this game has a good appeal to it. I think it has a good more mass appeal to it. It could potentially, as because this is the kind of game that I would feel comfortable pulling out to play with. 4X games are overwhelming. They're intimidating. They're not the game that you pull out with a group of friends that aren't like, all right, let's like hardcore gamers, and this is a kind of game that I think that you could.
I would say that the theme could appeal to a gateway gamer, but it's not really a gateway game. It's more of a medium game.
Yeah.
Do you disagree? You could probably introduce a gateway gamer to it who is more willing to learn something new, and it might be okay.
Yeah. I'd say it's not quite light. It's still there's a lot. There's still a lot of actions, and there was a little confusion.
I feel like it could satisfy someone who enjoys heavy games as well. So I would say medium to heavy.
But as a gateway into 4X, then
it's a great gateway into 4X games, and I think our game group would like it a lot because they do a lot of 4X games, and this would be right up the alley of anyone who likes 4X games specifically, like it's their favorite kind of game or they just really like them in general. Then I would say get this game if you like 4X games.
Yeah, and especially since if you like 4X games, but you really want something that can satisfy that without taking you all day or without you having to have 6 players to be able to enjoy it.
It's not Twilight Imperium.
Yeah.
It's a 2-hour or less game. On the thing it says 30 to 90 minutes. We haven't tested it with more players, so that might absolutely be true. It might be 90 minutes. I'm assuming the first time you play it's going to take a little longer, obviously, because you're going to have to, read through the rules or just explain the rules, But yeah, it's gonna be on Kickstarter.
He said he's looking at November, I think, right now.
Okay.
And we'll have to see. I know that he's trying to do some indie showcases with it and things like that.
So it's not a flop. Might be an unknown, but it's not a flop. We tested it, and we can tell you based on our expertise that it's a good game, and be looking for it possibly in November. Sometimes when you're self-publishing, things don't always go the way you want them to, but
Yeah. But they are on Facebook. There's for Blue Fairy Games has a page, I think, and then New Beginnings has a page, and they are supporting the Honeybee
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at.
Conservancy.
Yeah.
Oh,
and there are interesting little facts here on the card. Like, for instance, I chose the babysitter, and where it's gained 10 victory points if you control the most larvae at the end of the game. On the bottom here, they just have like a little side note. They're like, a single queen bee is capable of laying up to 2,000 eggs within a single day. Bee eggs hatch about 3 days. And in about 3 days, and the bee larvae mature in 16 to 24 days, depending on their role in the hive. So just little facts there. They want to just kind of stay true to that interest in bees.
Yeah. So
I don't know quite what I'm saying. Anyway.
I'll have links below for whatever I have access to for the Board Game Geek page, the Facebook things. I think there might be a website, and when the Kickstarter comes online, then I'll add links for that one.
I would say for a game like this, if you know how to play it, I wouldn't be afraid to introduce this game to my 9-year-old daughter as well. I wouldn't say that this game is specifically marketed to kids, but I wouldn't say that you couldn't play with your kids. And that's something that I just like to mention because it's just important for me and my husband to find things that we can actually play with our daughter. Yeah. It's just something that's important to us. I don't know if it's something that's important to other people. I'm not suggesting that you absolutely do it, but I'm saying you could.
Okay, feel free to comment below. Let us know what you think of the video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See y'all next time.
See ya.